here as well, as long as you are. If people start coming in, we'll shimmy inside, but we should be all right. So, Miss Harper, could you just show me your ID real quick?
Yeah.
All right. I'm a little unknown as to what's necessarily going on, but if you could just do me a favor, kind of fill me up to speed, and just, all right, you know what? Don't even fill me up to speed. Maybe it's better that I don't know what this is about. Maybe I'll ask different questions.
Go ahead and just let us know why you're making the report today.
Well, I was taking a fellow doctor over to my house to show them how I decorated it. And when I went into my bedroom, there was a bloody knife on the pillow. And I have a bunch of messages from the other people living at the place asking if I'm alive.
Okay. Who was asking if you were alive?
Avery. I think last name is Stone, and Serotonin.
And who? Sorry.
Serotonin. Psychiatrist.
They both also live at the same residence.
Gotcha. Why would they be asking about your well-being? Did they happen to see the knife first or something?
I don't know.
I can answer that. They did.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a 911 directing me to a quote-unquote gift left at Sydney Harper's residence. When I arrived, Avery was already there because it's her house as well. And we found some things there.
Gotcha. Okay. So I guess moving past that, did you happen to receive any phone calls or any suspicious text messages or anything that would have led you to believe what the fuck am I asking? Were you informed by your
from unknown number?
What's up?
I have no phone calls or missed messages from anyone that I don't know. I had no heads up.
All right.
Okay. And I'm assuming we've recovered the knife.
I guess we forgot to grab that specifically. I'll make sure it's recovered. I've recovered the remainder of the evidence from the scene. We just didn't clear away every trace.
Okay.
Why?
Okay. Miss Harper, are there any other notes or concerns or any other pieces of information that you think would be prudent right now for us to know? Or is it more or less just the knife?
It depends on if you want me to tell you stuff that happened prior, or if you just want this to be this specific.
I mean, honestly, any information would be helpful. Anything you haven't disclosed to police could help aid in an investigation, and without that information could be the difference between finding said person and not finding said person. So if there's anything that you haven't brought up to an officer yet, feel free to bring it up. If you've already brought it up and it's already been like recollected and noted, it's probably okay to pass by it.
Yeah, it should already be noted.
Okay. All good. Well, then in that case, I got your statement. I think all is good. If anything else comes up, please let an officer know. I would suggest a couple things for you. Number one, make sure your roommates and yourself, or anyone that's living under that roof, is double checking that that door is locked. If this becomes a consistent thing, if it were me personally, I would personally find a new place to be staying, at least for a little bit until things slow down. I want to do the best that I can to try and defend, obviously, yourself. And I can't hold your hand through it, but if the least I can do is guide you in ways to protect yourself, let this maybe be a step one to try and avoid this going anywhere in a direction that we don't want it to going. Obviously, make sure you're not being followed, stuff like that. It sounds like this person is letting you know that they know where you sleep at night, just off the information I have.
Can I
any of that? Sorry,
I was just wondering if I could shed some light on some of this and then ask a few questions myself.
Oh yeah, sure.
All right. So my understanding is that this is the same person who has been watching doctors at the hospital, planting the cameras, and I'm assuming you're aware of that stuff, right?
Very.
Aye. It is my understanding that they are very interested in Perry Watson. And am I right in assuming that you two are very close, very good friends at the very least?
Extremely.
All right. There was a note left at the scene, and it was from the killer who has given themselves a name now. It said, Dr. Harper, let me have Watson. And not much else. Another question I have, is there any particular significance to your earring, the one that you're wearing right now?
No, I just bought it yesterday.
Just a piece of jewelry. No, you're not known for wearing it or anything like that? Sorry, was that a no? My ears.
I don't wear it.
Okay, all right.
This is like the first time.
No, that's fine. Obviously, there's no guarantees. We're still like trying to figure this person out and trying to do our best to catch them. So we don't know exactly everything that's going on right now. I don't think you're specifically being haunted, but I'd like you to, of course, remain vigilant regardless, which I'm sure that you're doing.
Trying to, yeah.
Like
I've said before,
you can be before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said before, the concern right now is to obviously have preventative care in place. Like said, I cannot hold hands, and no officer would be able to, monitor you 24/7. So I just ask that you try and take any precautionary measures that you can within reason to minimize any points of contact with this person.
And of course, if you happen to notice anything suspicious or even think that you witnessed the individual who you think has been lurking about the hospital, please get a hold of an officer immediately. Myself, you can contact me directly on my phone, or any other officer that has worked on this case would probably just be the best, because they'd have a wee bit more knowledge into what's going on.
I do have a question.
Aye, of course.
I've met them in person before. I've spoken with... If I know it's them, can I defend myself?
You cannot attack them without them having done something to you, but if you believe yourself to be in immediate danger, as in there's threats and they are able to follow through on that, then yes, you are able to defend yourself. But it's the same self-defense as applies, to any situation in the city.
The better way of explaining this is just stand your ground. Pretty much.
Aye.
In other words, if under any circumstance, the way stand your ground is written is, if you're in a position where you're able to vacate a situation, in other words, you have an out in order to leave, it is encouraged that you try and leave. You try and call 911. If you are unable to leave situation where you're unable to leave where you are and you are unable to contact 911 and you feel your life is in immediate and direct danger, you have the legal right to defend yourself according to stand your ground.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you follow stand your ground, I have no reason to believe otherwise that anything else would be going on. If this person happens to walk by you and you see them, you can't just, you know, put two in the back of their head and call it a day. You know what I mean? So just make sure that you're following the constraints of the law and you're not putting yourself in immediate danger.
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
No, I would very much encourage yourself to remain, legally armed, and be prepared to defend yourself if necessary, because they have proven themselves to be dangerous, and they are threatening to go after more well-known individuals in the city.
What's the name they gave themselves?
Fate.
And that's why you thought the earring.
They frequently reference rolling dice and games when they speak with me. Aye, that's why I asked about the earring.
I might have to get some new earring.
Yeah, I'd be safe. I'd probably
Understandable. Aye.
Alrighty. Well, I appreciate your time.
Aye.
do that. Absolutely. My pleasure.
Obviously, we can't go into all details involving investigations like this, but I am keen on trying to help people be as safe as possible. So if there's something that we believe that, helps keep you safer, we'll, of course, try and let you know, right?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course, not a problem. You need anything, feel free to contact and we'll do our best to be there as quick as possible.
Here's my phone number. I usually have it posted up in the yellow pages too when I'm around, so I'm easy to find.
Alrighty. Awesome.
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 Well, if you need
Thank
anything,
you.
go ahead and contact her, right?
Will do.
Stay safe.
Bye, take care.
Do you want to fill out the report because you have more understanding? I have the statement for you.
You can just put a statement in the report from earlier today, which is going to be report 86547. And you can see what she walked in on. This is that same, Monopoly killer that we've been dealing with for, she showed her ID for the past, week and a half now.
I got you.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to know more about the general investigation, I think it'll be called. Let me get you the master.
I do know this Monopoly killer. I'm a little caught up with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more caught up with it than I realized, but yeah, I think I have a good understanding.
So, just a real short TLDR, as that they have been attacking and killing locals in the Polito area, but they have been stalking and threatening doctors and myself, and they have said that
the Polito area?
Yes, Polito. I have had to go deal with 2 scenes of murdered locals up there with my name spelled out in their blood over the past week.
Polito?
Polito right in front of the barbershop, and then another one between the beach and Polito Promenade.
Do you know who this person is by chance?
We don't know. I've got a very good suspicion on who this individual is, but they are a ghost. There's no actual information. Let's go to MCO room and we can talk about my suspicions. I think
yeah, I kind of want to hear your suspicions.
Yep.
I just dealt with a situation not long ago. So I kind of want to
All right.
hear this.
He might have stopped by. I don't know. He's played by Chris Tombstone. If you want to look up his Twitch, he's probably streaming. Okay, so the first time I encountered this person in their handiwork was not this Saturday, but the last one, where they called me and they said, roll the dice, it's paradise. If you know what that means, you'll know what to stay away from. And that's pretty much all they'd say. I said, that's not very clear. For a while, we did think it had something to do with what Sweets is dealing with the casino and stuff like that, and the races on Sanguine. It does not, as far as we can tell. It just happened to be coincidence that those things all started on the same day. They were mad at me for saying that wasn't clear, so they said, give me 10 minutes, I'll make it more clear. Not too long after, I got another call saying, since you're so focused on truth and justice, you can check Polito. Went up there was a brutal murder scene in front of the barbershop. 2 locals were murdered, had their organs removed. Lewis Brixton and I documented the scene, and then we received another call directing us to the Up and Adam just down the road, and the petrol station, the dumpsters behind, where there was a jar of organs from the victims and a picture of us standing there addressing the scene. So this person has done this multiple times, is to go and lurk and watch us as we address the scenes that they direct us to. Brixton started driving around because he figured, all right, they're probably out there watching us right now. And as we did that, we encountered a lone individual riding along the railroad tracks on a scooter, a rented scooter. We stopped her, identified her because she was riding on the tracks. She spoke with a very distinctive low voice that had a Southern American accent with a twang of like a British accent at the end of it, which has been described by multiple people who have been contacted by the unknown number caller. This person is named Dee Asmo. She does not have any vehicles. She does not have any residence other than the apartments. There is no information about her at all. But that is my prime suspect. Sydney has described meeting somebody lurking around a hospital when the cameras were being put up who has the same accent described. It's a woman. And the footprints left at the scenes, 3 of them now, have been very small and consistent with a woman. The only descriptor I can offer is that at the time that I met her, she had dark blue hair that was long. The other time she's been described as being dressed all black. They did say that I pursued them partially yesterday as they were riding a dirt bike around the scene, and they rode right past it while we were there. The problem is that when they are striking and leaving these scenes, it is usually right during the middle of shift 2, firestorm, where everything's happening at once. I'm usually in the middle of another scene when I get their call, and then I'm directed somewhere else, and we don't have 77s to pull away to go and scour the area while investigators work on the scene.
Yeah.
And so, again, tonight, another call. Went up to Avery's house. Avery was already there documenting things, but, let me take over the investigation because it's her place of residence and all that. Mm-hmm. When we exited the building, there was blood writing next to my car and dice left next to my car and next to Serotonin's car. So they were there, they were watching us, and they came and they left signs to let us know that they were doing so. Just like they came into Polito and took a picture of me inside the sheriff's office there and then sent it to me.
Okay.
Oh, maybe, folk. I don't know.
What leads you to believe that this could be D?
Her proximity to the initial scene, and the fact that the very, very distinctive voice and accent that has been described by not only myself, but who else described it? I think it's in one of the earlier reports, but Veronica Westfield, I believe. Like,
okay.
Again, it's no actual evidence. It's just things that are sort of pointing consistently towards this person. But even if we were to find them and have a reason to ID them and search them, unless they actually had evidence on them that tied them to any of these scenes, we don't have anything.
You need to get this person in questioning. Get them to come down to the PD and have a conversation.
We have no way of contacting them except for through the unknown caller calling us. And they actually described this person to us, saying, oh, they were such a lovely distraction, which I think is them trying to throw us off the scent, right? But if I could find this person, I would try and question them, but I don't think we'd even have RS to bring them in for questioning.
You don't need RS. You just need their consent to come down and have a conversation. You can't cuff them or anything. You can search them for like weapons and stuff and have them leave them at the door. No contraband inside the PD, but you can very gladly. I could call someone. I could call you right now and say, hey, Scully, I need to have a conversation with you. Your name came up in something. I just want to clear your name, have a conversation, figure out what's going on. You willing to come down and have a chat? They are allowed to come down. You can bring them into an interrogation room, set up a recorder, Mirandize them, and have a conversation about whatever you want.
Aye.
The difference is that, unlike a typical interrogation, because you don't have any legal reason for them to actually be there, you've only gotten them there based on their consent. If they say they want to leave or they ask to leave,
you have to allow them.
You cannot legally keep them there.
That's assuming that they agree in the first place.
Yes. If you can get them into a room to talk, and you can get something out of them that would lead you to believe that this person could be your suspect, you could request a phone subpoena. And I would personally try and make that a priority if it were me. See if they'd be willing to have an open conversation.
No, I
think if their whole thing is to stay anonymous, it's not going to happen. I would do whatever you can to try and do that. The other thing you can do too, and it's not something that happens often, but if you're able to meet this person or see this person, question this person, and you're able to have some kind of belief that it's them. You said there's been blood on scene, right?
Not victim's blood. Aye.
Okay, so you've been able to confirm victim blood?
It's local victims that aren't documented.
Okay. I would, if you can make that connection with the locals, that's one thing. If you have any unknown pieces of blood or any unknown blood left on scene, there is also...
We actually found a unknown skin sample at the scene at the house today. But
perfect.
They have not been able, like, it's one of those things that's going to require further analysis and won't do much until we have somebody to match. Like,
well, good news. If you can find a way to make the attachment down the road, you can request a subpoena for DNA under means and grounds to believe that this person could be the one left on scene. And if you're able to make a DNA match, there's your PC. So you can request that too. It's not common that we do that. I've never actually had the opportunity to, but there's a possibility down the road to be able to do that.
Aye. Right now, like, again, officers have only encountered this person one time to our knowledge. What we really need is the next time there's a call and there's a scene left. They have shown that they linger around and watch investigators every single time they leave something like this. So we desperately need people to get up there, going through bushes, trying to find somebody who's hiding.
We could try and get a special request for Air 1 and run thermals too.
If they could go out there just ahead of investigators, perhaps.
Well, I was gonna say, if we're outside and you believe someone could be overlooking and overwatching, and you believe that it's a violent enough scene, which sounds like these scenes do become, you can always get thermals. Because if someone's overwatching an active scene, they're in the direct vicinity, you have reason to detain and question.
All right, well, look at look at locals exploded Polito. I think it's from yesterday or the day before. Time's running together for me. I'll find it. Report number 86428.
What was the report?
Locals exploded Polito. Monopoly killer. It's 86428. They sent a photo to me of me and me CVPI coming down the highway, showing that they were likely way high up in a mountain there. Aye.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So same person, same deal. Lucas still hasn't added the photos of the scene there. Hopefully he'll do that whenever he's around next. But
yeah,
same thing,
okay.
same footprint, same MO.
You would get approval for Air 1 if you respond to one of these calls, considering the fact that you have some motive here to see that they are constantly taking photos of officers responding to these scenes.
Yep, Dave.
You very easily get thermal run. So if you need that, explain that to a superior. I believe that would have to be a sergeant approval. I don't know if I can make that call.
All right.
We can guide you to the direction to get you your PC. If you happen to get a phone number, you happen to get some point of contact, if they're willing to have a conversation, if you meet them face to face, there is always an opportunity that they might be playing dumb and you can say, hey, would you be willing to have a conversation? And then from there, they don't need to know, but you can Mirandize them. And if they say something under Miranda, you know, there is always that option to be able to bring them in for further questioning, stuff like that. It's about seeing the person, finding the person, and having some point of contact. I think your best bet is next scene that comes up, immediately get Air 1 request and hope someone's around for Air 1 to run thermals.
We'll have to try. It's just unfortunately consistently this is happening while there 78's going on and other such things, you know, like there usually is not anyone available to come respond to it, unfortunately.
We just need to keep trying.
Mm-hmm.
Your statute of limitations is 60 days.
Why?
We need to try and, at this point, up our levels of force to try and focus on prioritizing getting this person in custody. I think you're doing everything right. I just think that we could be making steps to try and do more to try and get this person in a room. Because if they're overlooking a crime scene, that is beyond grounds to try and get us to question this person.
And they've gotten bolder. So the first time it was photos from a distance. Then it was photos from a distance, and they came into the sheriff's office while I was there, took a picture of me through the glass doors in the lobby of the PVSO. And then today, knowing full well that myself and at least one other officer were inside the house, they came down, went up to our cars, which was between the cars and the house, and left blood writing and dice next to the cars.
Yeah.
So they are getting cockier, they are getting bolder. They have informed me that they are going to be starting their quote-unquote games next week. So I expect that they are going to escalate. They've threatened multiple times that they're going to be going after well-known figures in the community. They're threatening Dr. Perry Watson specifically. They're threatening me specifically and trying to threaten people that I ride with. But like, if they send me a picture of an officer and say, who is this? I'm not going to be bleeding telling them who that is. Like, they want to play and say that they can figure anything out that they want, they're going to have to do that work on their own.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think you're in a good spot. Like I said, as calls come in, try and do your best to try and get, you know, not blocking all comms on radio, but if you get an opportunity, just say, hey, I have a priority situation requesting Air 1. This person is known to be around crime scenes after they commit. We've had multiple instances of photos after the fact. We need someone to get thermals over the scene. Try and get the approval over radio and see if we can get someone in Air 1 to help assist. I think that's your best bet right now. If they're going to get brave, we need to get brave. You know what I mean?
I'm going to try and just pray that there's actually room for me to get a word in when... Like I said, every time it has been
break comms.
No, it has been serious, like 78 situations. Like
I gotcha.
it's they just happen to operate when everything's happening. You know, like I don't think they're specifically targeted that time. I think that's just what happens to be happening. You know.
It's all good. Listen, shit happens. It is what it is. You got 60 days, and you know, we go from there. If you have any questions or concerns, you can reach out and let me know. All right?
Aye.
All right. Awesome. I'm gonna go back out because we need motor out there. There's not a lot of people on duty. But if you have any questions or concerns regarding this, feel free to call me or 311 or get me on radio and we'll have a conversation. All right?
Aye, of course. Right now I'm just trying to document everything as thoroughly as I can, so that when the pieces start to fall into place, we'll be ready for him.
Understood. Good shit, Scully. You're doing the work. I'm happy to see it at least go down on paper. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Ugh.
No, sorry, there was just a bunch of doors were closed. So I don't know what happened.
I was like, damn.
Not that I called him and he said they got the stuff from the vault and that's it.
Well, alright. It's cheaper in Sandy than it is in the city.
Guys, I'm done for tonight. Oh, we're gonna call from Merrick. Hello?
Yo, Scully, what's up?
Not a lot. I'm tired. I was about to clock off.
Oh, okay. Everything okay?
I mean, it's fine.
You sure?
I'm fine.
Okay. As long as you're fine, that's all I care about, you know?
Thanks.
Yeah, of course. Okay, well, I just want to check in with you, see how your day's going, see how life's going. That's all really. Fuck. And also calling you reminded me I need to go and do that flyer, so it's good that I called
Oh, the flyer?
Yeah, we took those photos for.
Oh, for
I've
Le Mans
still
or
not
whatever.
done that. Yeah, I
Brutal?
need to make that happen. I really need to make that happen.
You got the pictures and everything.
The problem is, right, the designing isn't hard, but because it's going to be something that's printed, it has to be like all these specific dimensions, and that makes me not excited.
No,
I have to like do
I
so
don't
much
like...
technical work.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
That's one thing that stops me from doing that sort of work, is I get frustrated with the technical aspects.
Yeah. I know I'm gonna fuck it up, but it's all right. Okay, well, I'm glad you're doing good. Also, looks like our friend dinner is being moved to next week, probably like Tuesday. So, you around next Tuesday?
I don't know, and
okay.
I am sure that things are gonna be hitting the fan next week. So we'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I mean, hopefully next Tuesday. That's what really we're shooting for. I pushed it because I thought you'd be busy this week. You know, obviously big holiday, family in town, all that. So I pushed it. But yeah, I mean, if you can't do it, well, we can move it again. You know, everyone's just so excited to meet you. So
I don't understand. Okay,
Just because like we're really good friends,
Like,
you know.
we
and so they're
couldn't
all
meet
just
some other
so-
time. Are you around? Like, do you want to just pick me up from the sheriff's office? I just want to get out of here right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be there in like 2 secs. All right. Okay. I'll see you soon. Okay.
All right, bye. Half an hour left. Yeah, putting in the work on the case, but it's like, if anybody else was getting cold and stuff, I mean, they'd be doing the same. Like, it's not like you can ignore that, right?
What's up?
I'm exhausted.
I can only imagine. Ignore the engine light. That was a ghost car.
What are you doing to this thing?
Man, I literally was just booking it here, and then this car just out of nowhere.
You did a hit and run on somebody or something like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was.
Oh my
literally
goodness,
driving
did
the
you
car.
not fix this from the last time we spoke?
I fixed it. It just breaks easily. Okay.
How fast are you driving this thing around?
You
You know that if I see you blown by me, I am gonna stop you and give you a ticket, right? Like, you understand that's fact.
I'm looking forward to it.
Uh-huh.
Because we get to hang out on the job too. Okay, hey, look. Okay, first of all, I need to know what you want. Do you want to come? Do you want to come meet my friends right now, or do you want to go somewhere else?
I mean, I could meet them, but there's not a lot of time left before, you know.
No, I know, but I mean, I'm just saying they're a lot. So like, if you just want to.
I don't care.
chill,
No,
it
I
might
just
not be
need
a
to
good
get away
idea.
from. I just need to get away from work. Like.
Okay, okay. Also,
That's the main
if they
thing.
say anything weird about us, just ignore
They-
it. They're a bunch of freaks,
they-
okay?
Merrick, what have you been
Just
telling them?
ignore it.
What have you been telling
Nothing,
them, Merrick?
Nothing. Absolutely
Like,
nothing.
I
It's
just, I have a hard time believing that.
Well, I've been lips sealed. Come on, there's one right there. Let's go talk to Jeffy. Have you ever met Jeffy?
Jeffy does not like me.
Okay, well, we're gonna change that.
No,
today. Also,
listen,
Look at
Jeffy.
the two of us.
What?
We're just so cool.
One of us, maybe.
No, not both of us.
Mm.
Yo, Jeffy, what's up, man?
Yo.
Okay.
Yo.
Why do you hate Scully?
No, okay, that is
Tell
the
me.
wrong way to,
What?
like, what on earth?
Look
No,
at that.
okay, that's-
See? Immediate connection. Everyone's on the same page. All right, so you guys are friends then.
I don't have anything against Jeffy, alright?
Oh, okay. So you guys are close.
I mean, she did charge me with 2 times assault, but
Well, did you deserve it, or?
I deserved a 1-time assault for sure.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Anyway,
Alright.
I don't want
The
to
other
discuss
the
work.
other one was unfortunate circumstance, but
Yeah.
no.
No work. So so Jeffy is you know he's a doctor, right?
Yup.
I am a doctor. What's up?
He you know, recently he
I lost my hand.
yeah. So
I am so sorry.
Yeah, it was
that's how
a
that goes.
plane crash. But I'm doing better now. Merrick's told me a lot about you.
Has he?
Yeah,
Yep.
about you a lot actually.
Yeah, just normal cool things.
Yeah.
So
We'll be like chilling, and like something will happen, and he'll be like, "Oh, dude, Scully would love this."
yep.
That
'Cause I
does
know.
sound
I'd love
like
to be
him.
there.
I don't think
Right.
he'd really necessarily know what I would love or not, though. Like, I feel like
Well, feel like I know pretty well at this point.
Nah, he knows you. He knows you.
Yeah, I got
Does
you.
he?
Yep,
Uh-huh.
absolutely. Let's go talk to Brady. Come on. You haven't met Brady. He's cool.
I don't know who that is. I
Well,
love
he's
how
one of my
awkward this
friends.
is.
Brady.
Yo, what's up?
It's just like
This
just
is
like
Scully.
the tour. Hiya.
Yep.
Hey, Scully.
Yeah, she's a cop.
Oh,
You don't need to tell everybody that I'm a bleeding cop.
Well, it's good
I'm
to
off.
know, you
I'm
know,
off duty
around
right
us.
now. Like,
Yeah. So, you know, because like, what if Brady were to say something like, "Oh, I just stabbed a man"? Well, then like you'd be like, "Well, that's conflicting for me."
Actually, like,
how would it
stab people.
be conflicting?
Yeah, he
Like,
doesn't, but he could.
Well, I mean, that's good. I'm glad.
Yeah, Brady has a really cool car. It's got lots of stickers on it. So
Yep, you're welcome.
it's like if you ever see a
For the
cool
visual.
pink car with stickers
Oh,
on it,
I've
that's Brady's.
definitely pulled that car over before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I pulled it over with Knight once, ages ago. Yep, I remember the car. Sticker mobile.
Pretty bad time, yep.
Cool.
Hi.
Oh,
Merrick,
look
what
who it
happened
is.
to your
If it isn't-
shoes?
Hey,
Um,
I stole them.
Taryn stole them earlier. She beat the shit
Hey.
out
He
of me.
called me a freeloader, so I beat
Hell,
the shit out of
she
him.
is.
What's
So,
up, guys?
This is Echo.
I
Don't.
told you.
Oh
Stop it.
wow!
Oh.
All right. Echo, I like your shoes. I
Okay.
nearly picked out a pair like that.
Thank you. I also like my shoes. I like your pants.
Thanks.
Wow. Her shoes match her hair
Yeah,
and her
you're welcome.
glasses. She's a fashion icon.
I like
Yeah,
my
I am.
own hat.
Yep.
Hey,
Couple.
Brady, we're getting to you. It's not your turn yet.
I did the thing. I was
Fashion
like, Brady, I'm saying this to you, and I'm saying it to nobody else, so you know it's true. Your glasses are pretty.
Just take you on the street, awkward street. Oh, and here's some people. Scully's
'em.
arrested.
So yeah, Echo. This is Scully. You guys
I thought it was
finally
a genuine
meet.
compliment, but now I
Guys,
realize
it's
it was
so
just a
it's
joke.
like that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. How old are you?
21.
21.
Oh, it's
Mhm.
like the Vine thing.
The
Remember
ripe
that?
old age of 21.
What's 9 plus 10?
Mhm.
Yep.
21.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, she gets it.
Anyway, that's my only question. I was just gonna see how old you
Cool.
were,
Can
but
we all
you
ask a
can
question?
yeah, go ahead, Brady.
Sure, absolutely. Scully loves questions.
I
Part of her job is to ask people questions.
I
she
like
loves
I have a lot
asking-
of questions about
yeah.
your job.
If you had to saw off one of Merrick's limbs.
What
which one
on
would
earth?
you
I'm
pick?
not answering something like that. That's
Oh, come
awful.
on, Scully. Let's hear it. What would it be?
I
Come
would
on,
not
what would it be?
saw off any limbs.
But if you like had to.
But if you had to, if they were like, we're gonna either cut off one of his limbs or we're gonna shoot him 100 times in the head,
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
pick.
yeah. That's good- that's a good
Which leg gives you the most trouble?
The left.
No,
I-
should've known
I-
that. It was a test.
But below the knee, left leg, I guess.
Okay.
Because
Ooh,
Wow.
ooh.
people tend to recover from that sort of amputation best. Like,
Taryn,
you don't have
it's
to
your
worry
turn
about
for a
the pain.
question.
I
I hated that question.
It's your turn.
Come on,
Taryn, it's
Darren.
your turn for
it
questions.
a
I've
good
got
one.
another one, so you better go.
Echo's
'cause
waiting.
I've got a second one.
She's in the queue.
she's in the queue.
I'm in the queue. 2 in queue.
2 in queue.
All right. Come on.
Lion emoji. Heart emoji.
Loading
emoji.
Loading content manifest.
Cat emoji. Dog emoji. Different dog emoji.
You know, I've left the queue. You're 1 in queue now.
Okay, I'm 1 in queue. Amazing.
Okay.
I'm going in.
All right, go in.
Okay, my question is, why did you become a cop? The worst job on planet Earth.
Well, I don't think it's the worst job. My father was a cop.
I disagree
and
strongly.
I grew
Okay,
up
but
with
continue.
his stories,
Oh,
and I
wait.
wanted to help people, and I've always been one to ask questions. Right? That's what I went to school for. To
Wait,
degree.
come
Yep.
get in queue next to me.
There's
Yeah,
no queue. Like we're
what?
just having.
We're asking questions.
I.
to Scully.
Why did I
This
come
is
here
Scully,
to be
Wade.
interrogated?
Wade, this
I
is
feel like
Scully.
this is
You're
some
a
sort
cop,
of weird.
right?
Yeah.
Yes,
she's a
That's what
cop.
I was just asking
I'm-
about.
I am a cop.
Yep.
I am also a
She's off
person.
duty.
I'm off duty.
So, she's just chilling
I
with
spent all
us.
day being a cop. I'd like to not talk about cop stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm
we don't want
back
to talk
in
about
queue.
cop stuff. I'm mostly interested in the mentality behind becoming a cop. But anyway, Karen,
It's
it's your
okay.
turn.
You know?
If Merrick had a stump, would you let him fuck you with it?
Okay.
What? Okay,
that's
that's
a
disgusting.
question.
I'm
That's a
not
weird
answering
question, Darren.
weird
That's a
and
weird
disgusting questions
question.
like that.
Taryn, we said no weird questions
Darren.
earlier on our way over here.
Oh, I forgot.
Darren, you've been removed from
So
queue. You can
sorry.
stand upstairs now and look down at the group. All right,
No, I
Wade, you're up.
Wait, it's your turn for a question.
Please
Why didn't I
recover
bring my
after
own
that.
car?
I don't really have questions for cops. I don't trust them.
Oh, okay.
Well, they ask you all these questions. You don't like.
Yeah,
ever
that's why I
just,
don't
like,
trust them. I'm not saying
want to
shit
ask
around
them
them.
a question. Okay. Well,
Why are you a cop?
That's what I asked, Wade. You can't ask the same question that I
Everyone.
asked. No repeats.
Because I try and use the position to protect and help other people.
Lots of protection. Sure.
Like right now, I'm dealing with somebody who really wants to go around hurting a lot of other people, and it's my goal to stop this person and prevent them from harming other people.
What if they have a really good reason for doing it?
I really don't think that there's a good reason to just go slaughtering people and removing their organs.
What if they have a really good reason?
What
if their dad did it?
Yeah. What if it's like hereditary? They can't.
What? Not even hereditary. What if it's just like the family business?
Yeah.
Just because
Who,
something's
what are
always
they, the
been
Sawyer
done
family?
doesn't mean it's like what should be done.
I know, but I've heard a lot of people who are like, "Oh, my parents were cops, so I became a cop." I'm just like, "What if your parents are serial killers?" So you're like, "I feel like I should do that too."
Well, I find a cop to be an admirable profession. I admire my father.
I find serial killing to be an admirable profession.
I don't really
committed
believe
treason.
that.
Cool. All right. Okay, Brady, you had a question? Brady, you had a question you wanted to ask? Let's just get that one out there. You know.
Yeah. How big is Merrick?
Okay. Well, I'm a pretty fairly sized guy. Okay, guys, this has been great.
He is as tall as he looks right
Scully.
now. So
Come on, Scully. We gotta.
5'8".
We gotta get out of here. So let's just.
What?
As big as Merrick.
Show on the road.
Oh,
we got somewhere we gotta be. We got that thing, the book club.
Well, I don't, Merrick. I don't think they want me at no bleeding dinner. Just saying.
No, they want you at the dinner.
No,
want you at the
they
dinner,
want
so
to
they
kill
can
me
totally
at the
let you
dinner
further.
because they're apparently a bunch of
No.
serial killers and serial killer wannabes.
No, they're fucking with you, Scully. That's what they do. They like to test people. That's why I said if I don't know if you were in the mood. Okay, look, I'm sorry about all the weird. Sorry about all the weird questions. Okay, I have to wait. She's my best friend. What's up, Echo?
Okay. Hi. Can we all get out of
Hi.
the car for a second? Just like over here by this palm tree.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
So
I don't want to leave
fast.
it in the middle of the road. Yeah, Miss Parker.
Yeah,
here.
I mean,
Nice.
That's how I
I
get this
see why
engine
your
back
car
on.
is trashed all the time.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. All right. What's up?
I'm gonna say something controversial yet true, which is
Okay.
Please let it not be more crude questions.
it's not gonna be crude questions, but I am gonna say something that's gonna be brutally
Wait. Can I
honest.
vet this question first?
You cannot because it is not really a question. It is mostly a statement.
Can I vet this statement first?
Yes, come over here.
All right.
Hey, I'm sorry for hazing you. You seem really cool, and I'm glad you're part of Merrick's life.
We're friends, but thanks for the apology.
It's part of his life, is it not?
I guess. I guess.
Like, I'm part of Merrick's life.
Sure. I guess so. If you're
You're
friends with
cold
him.
right now.
Sorry, no. I'm just not sure how to react. Everybody seems to hate me because my job. They don't really care about who I am, just what I do. So.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't really know how to talk about it. In all honesty, I tried to and got talked over.
I'm sorry, you had to go through that.
It's not really a going through it. I just tend to move on when people are behaving like that because it's clear that they don't typically have an open mind and Me arguing with him isn't going to change that. It's just going to create further animosity.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Alright, let's get out of here. Scully.
What do you mean?
I'm assuming the vetting process didn't go so well.
No, it didn't.
All right.
She could have told you what she wanted. I'll just tell you.
Merrick.
She was just gonna say, I'm definitely not stopping now. She was just gonna say that, you know, she's like, well, I just want to make sure, like, A, you weren't
They're calling you now.
ignore that. To make sure A, you weren't uncomfortable, but then also B, like, this is how they are. So like, Echo was like, look, if you guys want to be friends, like, this is how they are. So you guys better get used to it. And it's it, you know?
I'll tell you
Which is true.
that if you want me to come to dinner, if it's just going to be people saying sleazy, crude things, I'm just going to leave.
Okay, well it won't be. It's more of them fucking with you.
All right, but I'm just telling you that's like.
Yeah, you'll just dip.
I'll just leave.
I get it. I'm not here
I'll
for it either. Usually the
drive
conversations are
myself.
more normal than that. You know, it's just like when you open somebody up to questions, they just, you know, their goal is to make you squirm because that's the kind of people they are. So, yeah. Echo's not that bad. Taryn's pretty bad.
Where are we going right now?
I don't know. Away from there? Do you have a place you want to go? Do you somewhere you need to be?
No, I'm just asking you because we're suddenly driving away from the city at high rates of speed and.
Okay, I always drive away from the city at high rates.
Also, I am probably being hunted at some point. Like, I don't know for certain, but just so you know, if I go missing, disappeared.
Okay, if you go missing, I will find them. I will find who's hunting you. What? Scully, do not underestimate. Do not underestimate me. The difference is like there's a lot of people I could tap into to try and find you.
If you encounter a woman with a deep voice, with an accent that sounds Southern American but with an odd British twang to it, did you just murder Coyote?
Nope. I didn't see enough.
I want you to let me know.
Southern accent. Okay, got it.
Southern American accent with a British twang to it, like very distinctive.
Very is like how deep are we talking here? How
very deep.
I felt like I've met someone like that before, but I will definitely let you know. Absolutely.
You feel like you've met someone like that? What do they look like? Huh?
Nothing. I do feel like I met someone like long dark hair. I just did a. What did you and Brady talk about?
Brady came up and said, "I'm sorry for hazing you," and I said, "Thanks for the apology." And he said I was cold, and I said, "Well, when it feels like I'm not wanted, I don't really feel the need to push the issue, pretty much. Why?"
Something like, come out about us at all.
He said that you were.
Hey, what's up?
Who's that?
I don't know. You ever make friends on the side of the road?
He said something about me being a part of your life, and I said we're friends.
Okay. Cool. Friends. That's all you said. Just like we're friends.
I said that we are friends.
Cool.
And then he said that he's also a part of your life, and I said, all right, if you're a friend.
Because we're all. Okay, that's great. Okay. I'm glad they didn't say anything too weird here.
They said some pretty bleeding bad things, Merrick. Like. Enough to make me not really want to, talk to with them again.
Never again, huh?
I mean, not particular. Like, if that's first impressions, right? You meet somebody and they're just rude and crude and dismissing you because they don't like what you do. Clearly not interested in knowing who you are. Like, what's the point?
Scully, I have a question for you.
What's that?
let's say you you ever like accidentally start a lie about something?
No.
Okay, never once. You never lied. You're just honest.
I haven't said that I've never lied, but I think when I have lied, it's been intentional. It's
Okay, intentional. Fine, intentional lying. Okay, so let's say, right? Let me paint you a picture. Okay, can I paint you a picture right now?
okay.
Scully? Okay. So let's say, you know, you got a couple of close buddies of yours, right? So you got your good friends, right? You guys are.
Merrick,
are hanging
are you
out.
sure you want to like?
What?
Am I going to be very irritated with you in the next moment?
No.
Are you sure about it? Listen, I
Absolutely.
just want to relax, okay? I want to go to this noir detective thing on Friday.
You know what, Scully? No
I wish I
worries,
could
no
make
worries.
friends outside of work, but apparently I'm just that evil cop, you know, who's basically the same thing as a serial killer, right?
And the problem is, Scully, you're making friends with the wrong people. My friends are all criminals who just went to jail for a long time because they got screwed over by a particular cop. So they're not too happy about cops right now. The problem is you got to make you friends with people who are not cops.
Why are
People
we
are
going out
nice.
into woods like this? What's going on?
I don't know. I'm
Mar?
gonna turn around. I mean, I'm just kind of driving. I was gonna look for houses, but then I was like, I don't even know where to look. I should just check City Hall. Jesus
What was that?
Christ. What the fuck? I don't know. Is that a fucking?
Did you just hit a mountain lion? I think you hit a mountain lion.
Out of nowhere?
It just jumped in front of the car.
Holy shit! Yeah. it came
Hang
out
on.
of-
Let me 311 it. Hang on. Back
Okay,
up.
well, at time we should be fine, but yeah, go ahead. Holy shit! That came out of nowhere. Look. Yeah, the problem is. Fuck. The problem is me, Scully. I'm the problem.
All right. Sorry. What problem is you?
I'm the problem, Scully. I'm the problem. Look, Scully, but what I mean to say is you can definitely make friends. You just gotta find friends who are civs, you know? It's regular old civilians.
Almost
right? People who
almost
don't
every
get up to any sort
okay.
of crime.
You're describing almost 0% of the population.
But there is, I know, a solid group of people who are that. Have you ever tried talking with any of the EMS people?
I speak to them occasionally because
I find them all to be very fun to be around, and also they're EMS, so they don't do crime.
Right.
That's who we need to introduce you to. I think you'd get along with that bunch incredibly well. They have a lot more of like your kind of attitude towards things as well.
Like, here's the thing, right? If people actually gave me the time of day, they wouldn't have a problem getting along with me. It's not like I'm sitting there, you know, it's not like I'm sitting here writing down your traffic infractions and planning on billing you for them later, right?
I know. Look, my friends would like you, but also I think the problem is opposite. I think you could get along with my friends, but I think my friends could get along with you quite well, but I think that you would hate them, you know, because they're pretty vulgar. So I think it would be the opposite.
Well, if they're just gonna force vulgarity on me, there's like, what am I supposed to do with that?
I know, that's what I'm saying. They're just those kinds of people. I mean, I mean, to be fair, I find it hard to hang out with them myself sometimes, except for Echo. But when it's just me and Echo, it's different, you know. We just have our own conversations. But so I've kind of been lost myself recently, to be fair. But look, let me introduce you to some people that are not those people that I'm not exactly close with, but I think that you would be getting along really well with. And they're still my friends, just not like the people I hang out with daily. I think you would get along with them really well. Because I think you should have good friends outside of work. So like stressful days like this, you can just hang out with them, you know?
That sign did nothing to you.
Oh man, I'm washed. I'm sorry. I thought I made that turn a lot better than I did.
I think when
Also,
people say that, they mean like they can't break cuffs. Sorry. Also, what?
Yeah. I don't think I've ever broken cuffs once. Not that I've been placed in cuffs by cops. It's mostly just my friends.
Oh, degenerate criminals
Yeah, basically.
with their contraband handcuffs.
Yep, little cuff checks. Honestly, though, why are cuffs contraband? Come on, I mean, it's cuffs. Like, it's not like that hard of a thing to find. Like, I get it. But also...
because they're like exclusively used for kidnapping people by the
Yeah,
non-cop crowd. Like, there is literally nothing good that comes from just allowing the general public to have free access to cuffs. I'm gonna hop out and tune up your car because it's driving me insane.
Sorry, no worries.
Sorry.
I was just wondering. Okay, I thought the second theater up here. I think there is, but I think it's somewhere else.
What?
Nothing. Look, don't worry about my friend Scully. Forget about the friend dinner, okay?
I mean, I'm not saying you have to forget about it, but like, if they can't control themselves, like, I don't see it going better than that. You still are barefoot, and it's bleeding weird.
Yeah, it's the worst. And fucking my feet hurt, and I hate everything. But they stole my shoes, and I hate it when people steal shoes. No, I don't think you should go. I don't think you should go. I think it'll just be more of that. I think it'll just be them trying to test you, and I don't want you to have a bad time. Don't worry about it, okay? I would rather us just be friends and try and involve you in all that bullshit, you know? I value our friendship too much.
You said you want to try and come to the Noir thing, though, on Friday?
Yes! Yeah. It's like, what, 8 p.m. EST?
I'm gonna try and go for it. It's
That
hard
should be
because it's
fine.
like 5 p.m. for me, and
Yeah.
it's just
same.
like it could be an odd time, you know. So I'll see. I plan to go to it. I want to. Been looking forward to it for a
it'd be
while.
Interesting. It might be one of those things we go to and then dip. Hopefully it's cool.
I don't think so. I think getting to it's gonna be hard. It meets at MRPD at 8 EST though.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I'm gonna try and dress up in it. Dress up something noir detective like. I feel like
that'd be fun.
Uh-huh.
I'll do the same thing. Okay.
Sure thing.
Oh my god.
What?
You do like a matching outfit. That'd be so sick.
I didn't know about matching outfit. I've got to decide
Oh,
what I want to
come
wear.
on.
What I want to wear.
Oh, Scully. Our friendship has definitely been transgressed to the point where we can wear matching outfits.
Has it? Are you sure about that?
Absolutely. What do you mean?
All
am I
right.
sure
Well,
about that? Absolutely.
I don't think so. Like,
Okay.
I'm not gonna worry
that
about
makes
matching.
sense, actually. That's pretty on brand, actually. It'd be like I would think it's ready for matching outfits, and you wouldn't, and that's fair. And then we'll both be ready for matching outfits in 3 years.
3 years. Right.
yeah, exactly. Skull, I've known you for... Hello? I've known you for 2 months. Isn't that wild?
Yeah. Yeah, that is. Has it really been that long?
Yeah, it's been that long.
Huh.
I actually... Yeah.
Oh, I need you to stop at this house. Stop. Right here, stop. Left.
Yeah. 3
Stop,
minutes.
right here.
Go for it.
Go look at the dirt across the street.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well, I got the knife. I'm calling this getting that knife. Is there anything over there?
Yep.
Oh, it's still there. Like,
What the fuck?
it's blood.
Same person, Scully?
Aye.
Jesus Christ, man. We still have no idea who it is.
No, I've got an idea. Like I said.
Okay. Do you like... Is this... Nah, you're a cop. Okay, they're not gonna do anything to you on duty though, right? Because then you have your panic button or whatever.
There's no guarantee of anything. You know how those work, right? Like,
I don't actually know how they work. I just hear people talk about them before. Mainly, I've heard my friend Charlotte Fairfield scream.
well, I'm just gonna say this, that if you get hurt very hard, you know, in a situation and you've got your panic button, it can be a big struggle to dig for it in your pocket and cause it to trigger. Like, it might take around 30 seconds for that to happen.
I got you. Okay. Would it fuck, I wish there was something we could do to like alert each other better.
No, I mean, like, it's
nothing.
I'm mostly around when I'm on duty, so they are likely to attack me while I'm on duty if they decide to actually attack me, if they get a goal up to do it.
Right. Okay. I should probably start carrying a weapon now, to be honest, just in case.
Get yourself a legal firearm. Get a gun license.
Yeah, I just get a gun license.
It's not violent to defend yourself if you need to. Like,
I know, but even for me, that's too, like, I don't know. I'm not a violent person, Scully. I don't like inflicting harm on people, even if it is necessary.
It's not a bad thing at all. Like,
yeah, it's just who I am. So I never got my gun license, but I should probably just get it, and then at least I have something to protect you with.
Well, I'm pretty sure I can protect myself, Mark. I've got a gun.
Okay,
I always have a gun. I've got a gun right now.
Okay, let's see right now, right? Boom, headshot. They snipe you through the window. You're down. What am I gonna do? Boom, I got no gun. I flounder, I die, okay? Or I have a gun and I'm like...
I'm gonna send you guys off to stay Hachi. Y'all know who he is. You can say hi. I didn't realize Stonefinger was Oh Hey It's Funk. That's so crazy. I used to RP with him way back, like Wild West RP. Huh. I did not recognize him. That's so strange. Bye, planet! See you guys off. Take care.